Good morning, this is MountainManDan. It's getting a little cool in the San Juans. The coffee is steeping and Coop is still sleeping. It is a nice early morning. And today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about writing. Snail mail, and sending stuff to your friends. While you're here, please subscribe, like, and share this stuff. If documenting my journey can help others on theirs, goal accomplished. So it is getting a little chilly here in the Northwest. Mind the booties and the puffy jacket. However, I don't run the heat typically until it starts hitting below, well, mostly the 40s because I don't just hang out here in the mornings. But this is pretty comfortable right now. My feet are roasting. But I want to talk to you about the favorite reasons I write. My big thing is self-reflection. So writing mail, let's say a postcard, is as good for you as it is for the recipient. When you're writing, you don't get a postcard with limited space and just document what you did all week. Hey, I went to the grocery store, had a doctor's appointment, walked my dog, exercised. That's a lot of stuff that you typically are going to do anyways, so documenting it that way seems a little superfluous. But when you do write postcards to your folks, your family, friends, all your homies, you cut the fluff. You get down to what's going on with you, how you're dealing with it, and what you're doing to get through it. And I love postcards for that matter, as it's an easy self-reflection just to sort of recognize, whoa, this is going on in my life right now. Maybe I need to address that myself, not just tell people about it when I'm writing. And it can be as selfish and great for you as it is for the people you're sending stuff to. Another reason I really recommend writing is the amount of effort for the value to the person. It is not hard to sit down and write mail. You need as little as 5 to 15 minutes to get a postcard or other piece of mail out to a friend, and it adds so much value to them to let them know that you planned out time, actually wrote, had postage on you, sent it to them, got it to a Dropbox to take time out of your day and do something else for someone. I think the quote is that it's the thought that counts. Well, if it does count, then you are massively sending your friends and family a great gift, because it's not necessarily the thing. It is just thought that you have sent them, and that really keeps up with people. It can mend relationships across distance, and it does absolutely let people in on what's going on in your life, so they want to keep in touch with you more as well. Another reason is cost and convenience. I've jokingly heard people say, who has stamps anymore? Which is funny. I've had stamps lying around in my life for use a majority of my life. It's just something I keep around. You can get stamps so many places, particularly grocery stores, so it is quite convenient to always have them around. And if you run out, you're always going to the grocery store once a week, unless they're delivered to you. Must be nice. But if you can get them that easily, no reason not to send mail like this. Also, stamps are 55 cents right now, I think, for a regular envelope, maybe 36 cents for a postcard stamp. That is not that much, and far better than getting them something they may not use or that just sits on a desk at their house. It's worth it. I think one question I might get from this video would be, how am I getting people's addresses? And typically I think when I am connecting with people, in my circumstances on the road, I am driving. So I have normally received their address just in a text thread, which is then what I typed in maps, and I just stored it while I was putting in their contact info. When I do meet new people and it's not a scenario where we're meeting on the road, it was just in passing, and I'm feeling there is a good connection, whenever I am storing their number, I will typically just go ahead and ask them, do you mind if I send you mail? most people are stoked that you've even asked and are happily ready to give you their address. I do know it's not something everyone likes giving out and whatnot, and I typically don't have a consistent one myself, but it is not that weird to get an address and keep it stored. It feels a little vintage. It's like that contact info is going in your Rolodex, but it is so worthy to save when it comes down to keeping up with friends in the long haul. When someone's having a big event, it is so nice to be able to just look through your contacts and send them stuff, whether it's wedding gifts, birthday stuff, condolences, whatever it is. I love having that contact info stored, and it pays off more often than not. I've mended many friendships and kept them stronger than ever despite the distance, just for being able to send mail, so I highly recommend it. As a van lifer, when you meet people, I think like couch surfing, it's nice to share a bit of culture, and that's the currency on the road. You know, the classic exchange that makes it worthwhile is you do some cultural exchange. I didn't have many long days of couch surfing, but I do recall traveling back in the day. Let's say it was maybe some camping scenario where we just did a small backpacking trip. Everyone was like, oh yeah, you're from Tennessee? Do you have any moonshine? Occasionally we would, and it was a cool opportunity to have a sip of the Southeast. But nowadays on the road, I obviously don't really have access to stuff like that, and sharing other culture when it's like a commodity or something I'd have to keep, I don't think is all that feasible for me. So it is nice when you're saying thank you for someone letting you park in their driveway, do some laundry, take a hot shower, have a hot meal, or just you had a good connection and you do want to say thanks. I think mail is an absolute perfect way to let them know how you feel, and of course express appreciation for that exchange, because it was absolutely the currency on the road that means the most. Kindness. Keeping those connections tight are how I almost always feel like I know someone in the area when I'm traveling. If you've got that stuff stored in your phone, you can always reach back out because you've stayed in touch, and then you'll have likely those same things on the road. If you need some amenities while traveling, you've got them. So that's why you should write mail. Snail mail is cool, cheap, easy, time and cost effective. It's just the way to go. Send more mail. Being as simple as I am, I bet you would think I love just classic stationery and I keep a box of envelopes. That's what I do. I often have just loose leaf paper that I use, and I think that is a classic style just on notebook paper. However, I am in the Northeast, so here on my bookshelf, I've got a book of postcards. Seattle, baby! And they are already, most of them are already stamped as well. Great way to store the stamps if you already put them on, so you don't have to keep up with a roll of stamps. Plus, if you buy 100 at a time, it does suck to lose $35 worth of postcard stamps. But this is a company that I found recently, Princeton Architectural Press. They come up with really good-looking stationery cards and envelopes of some of our greatest authors in time or great thinkers. And what I really like about them is they have some of their great quotes on. Oh, you guys can't see that. I'll show you. They have not only fantastic quotes, great quotes, and just some of the greater thoughts of that author, but the envelopes are unbelievable. Nice and graphic. And to me, I think that's really expressive, since I don't have a lot of deco in my van. I don't get, let's say, I don't buy a lot of stuff like that. This to me is something that I really find to be enjoyable when I locate great stationery. It's something I do hang on to and enjoy sending because it's unique. It lets people know sort of my style. And I also think it's a really great thing to find along the road. You can always catch a farmer's market where there's local artists and creatives doing stuff like that, and getting unique stationery to me where you can't find anywhere else, I happen to love, because it does look good on a refrigerator, or if somebody keeps it pinned up as a reminder of friendship and stuff like that. Keep it on the refrigerator. It's not a first grade report card. I think that is worthy when it's not just a piece of paper, because sometimes people don't always want a piece of mail, which is personal to them, hanging and sort of broadcasting out there for everyone to read. May not be that personal, but sometimes those things are private to people. So having something that's really good looking with a valuable quote, it's a win. Oh crap. Whatever that is, how you're gonna get it out. I've been noticing you can get stamps from so many places, particularly gas stations. That's not it.